Hello, this is a Create Mod tutorial at the request of a few people. Uh, Here I have a large water wheel. It generates 512 stress units. I have some water running over top of it. It is connected with a gearbox through this shaft. It supplies some slow rotational power into this rotation speed controller. I have it set at 4 in the counterclockwise direction, or actually clockwise, this direction. It has a sequenced gear shift with this commands inside of it. Turn by angle 73 degrees to input speed forwards. Await new redstone pulse. And then the opposite of this one. So turn by angle 73 degrees. Input speed reversed. End. And then I have this here. This goes straight into this mechanical bearing here. And I'll show you right here. I have some iron blocks acting as a support up to the door. Currently, you can see here with this texture, I have this door hooked up to be this section. And as you can see, the material doesn't matter. It works no matter what, as long as you set it up correctly. So if you don't have enough iron for this, do whatever you want. And this doesn't have to be iron either, it's just the shape. I did it for the texture of it. So this will rotate 73 degrees that way, and that opens the door. And I have these set up in a specific pattern so that these all get the same rotational direction as this gearbox here. So when I rotate this gearbox 73 degrees this way, all of these gearboxes around will also have this face here. This face here also rotates 73 degrees that way, causing these mechanical bearings positioned along the door. Each of them rotates in the same direction. And so when you apply this, just redstone power to that, you can use a linked controller or just a button, however works. And then all of these will rotate exactly 73 degrees. Sometimes things will break with this. If you have this set to always place when stopped, it will break blocks and not do it correctly when you want it to. It doesn't look smooth at all. Only place when anchor destroyed. That will make it always floating, and so it will always let light through the blocks. I don't like that look, so I always have it on only place near initial angle. And this doesn't take very much stress units at all. The hardest parts of making this are simply the rotation speed controller and the large cogwheel and the sequenced gear shift. I have this set up so that I can press space. So I hit right click and I hit space here, and it will close this door. And if I hit space again, it will open the door. And that is the same as applying a redstone signal to this sequence gear shift. Alright, kind of button doesn't matter. If you have a lever, you will need to turn it. Sorry, I'm bad at spelling. You will need to have it be on, and then you'll have to flip it again once it's fully open for it to work again. It doesn't work in between. And it also does not work to simply power it and then unpower it. You have to have another redstone pulse to make it close. So gearboxes always invert the direction when it's a straight connection. So because this is rotating this way here, it goes straight through this gear shift, and then this gearbox makes it spin this way, counterclockwise. And then I just have these set up so that there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an even number of gearboxes between them, then they will spin the same direction. But if it's an odd amount, then they will spin in the opposite direction. That will look like this, where it doesn't look quite right because that door is going the wrong direction. So basically, You connect these with shafts, however you want. It doesn't matter where these connect, you just want them hidden. You can connect them in whatever way you want. It depends on if you're using Create Mod 6 or not. I am currently not. But you can connect these with chain conveyors as long as these are all spinning in the same direction and always have their power coming from this sequenced gear shift. And I have broken on this side what it all looks like. So this is what a corner door looks like. It comes up to this corner here. The mechanical bearing comes here. And then this wood area, what you can see, that is the corner door. And these ones, you can see right here. I'm going to go through all these segments. So right here is a little weird because there's a block here. But this bit here, these four, and then all of these blocks of industrial iron, those are all one door. Those are connected to the bottom. And then this same pattern is rotated 90 degrees and done here. And this is block of industrial iron and dark metal plating. So this dark metal plating is this wood pattern. You can see it there. What I recommend you do, if you're building this from scratch, you take this pattern that the oak logs are in, and you copy it into the corners, and you fill the rest in, and then you come here, and you see, once it's all filled in, you glue just the wood parts together, or the dark metal plating parts together, and then you have this here. You can see, so this block here, the top right, it connects to this door, and then this door, and this door, to this one, and this one. Basically, this corner block belongs to this corner of the door. Okay? If you do it here, it looks a little bit weird, so make sure that you have it on the opposite corner. Alright? Alright, and there's that basic shape. I will now go through how to set up the Schematicannon. I'm going to set up a creative crate. This creative crate is replacing a normal chest. Normally you would put all of the building materials inside of a chest here next to it. It can be double or single chest, as long as it's an inventory that holds your items that you want to place. It can even be an item vault. Just make sure the items are inside of it and accessible to the Schematicannon. And you have a schematic table, and you have an empty schematic. And you can see I have this. This is what it will look like when you download it from the Create Mod website. This Luend is weird gibberish. That is just what it does every time you download it. And you hit this check mark once you have Iris Door. And you can see that I have this set up. And so now you set up your position. Say I want it here floating. This is what the schematic looks like. You have to be holding it or to see the schematic. You hold Alt and you can go around. This print button only shows up in creative mode, but you can set this up. It should work with any rotation. Oh, sorry. So I'll set it up this way. So we have this outline here. And then we come over to our Schematicannon. We put in the schematic. And if you want to know everything it needs, you can take a clipboard, very easily craftable. It's just that. And you put it in this slot, and it makes you a material checklist. And you have everything you will need to put in the inventory next to it. Because it is a creative crate that I'm going to place down in a second here, all of these will automatically be fulfilled, and it will automatically start placing it. And it will start printing here. I'm going to stop it, but you would just let this run. I am in creative mode, so I'm going to hit the print button here. It will simply override all of them. That is now how it would look coming directly out of the Schematicannon. That is all this does. It makes you not use the Schematicannon. Now, all you need to do here is you need some water. You need a water wheel. Large is preferable. You can also do 2 small ones. You hook it up here, anywhere you want, just on this bottom block of the rotation speed controller. You hook up water to it, and now it is ready to work. You can push the button, and oh look, it's going the opposite direction. So you can see that it opened weird. Oh, didn't mean to hit that. So what you do is you close it when it opens weird, but simply put it on the opposite of what it was, so that this gear is rotating clockwise, but now it will rotate in the correct direction. And that should be all you need to get it started. Alright, thank you for watching.